Hi, my name is Sara Gonzalez and I'm going to present the case study about Nike in China. The following case study makes an analysis of Nike's marketing mix and promotional mix in China, taking into account the problem Nike went through in 2012. When China was selected to host the 2008 Olympics, Nike went all out to sponsor several teams and it expanded its presence across the country. It is important to highlight that besides these strategies, Nike had built its marketing and branding strategy around basketball, because it was considered the main sport in the country. Again, the strategies allowed Nike's sales increasing by 53% at the end of the year. However, in 2012, Nike China and worldwide entered in a bad period. The company prediction about the market in China was over-optimistic. Nike expected a compound revenue growth of 18%. Nevertheless, sales in China fell for 5 straight quarters, reporting just a 4% of growth. One of the reasons for the problem was the inventory after the Olympics. The company inventory level at stores was beyond the demand for its products. But that was not the only problem. One big problem was Nike branding and advertisement with iconic sports stars. Parents were excessively focused on academic achievement that represented a deep cultural problem in China. Also, the commercial of Chamber of Fear. This commercial violated regulation that mandates that all advertisement in China should uphold national dignity and interest. Nike was in a red ocean position. To overcome this and to be in a blue ocean process, Nike decided to adopt the reset strategy. On the reset strategy, Nike decided to apply the insight it had gained from its category offense strategy it had used in North America to China, improving in that way the marketing mix, helping achieve the promotional mix. To understand better how the strategy helped improve the marketing mix and promotional mix of the company, it is important to see the contrast of both in these two periods, before the strategy was implemented and after. It is significant to mention that when Nike entered to China, their target market was different as it is today. Simon Pestrit, global brand director for Nike, stated that there was no difference between the consumer in China and the consumer in the US. Also, market in China was also only focusing the most on in basketball. So the marketing mix. The product Nike in that time was structured to develop, market, and sell on silos of product type, like footwear, apparel, and equipment. That means that every single type of product did not correlate with the other. The price. Nike uses the price leadership strategy that offers the customer the price that customer value, so it has the high prices for its product. Promotion. As previously mentioned, Nike in China focused on basketball. Most of these promotions were focused on this sport. The placement. We're in retailers, Nike's officials online shop, Nike Town retail outlets. Promotional mix. Despite the huge impact that the commercial of Blue Ocean generated in 2004, the brands were not satisfied with only this type of advertisement, as I already said. However, in those years, China pursued local authenticity by creating an e-magazine. The publicity that they used was a failure. They had with the commercial of LeBron called Chamber Fear. Public relations. Even though Nike made events to interact with the customer, those had not very satisfactory answers. So now we're going to compare of the marketing mix of 2012. In the product, Nike made a change. As Nike moved to an increasingly direct-to-consumer sales strategy, Nike stores were able to change their layouts to build entire sections of the store around each sport. These sections featured footwear, shirts, shorts, and equipment tailored to each specific sport category, making the shopping experience more convenient for the athlete. The price. A problem Nike had was the assumption that the American consumer was the same as the Chinese. However, Chinese Nike's consumer was a social cultural target as a middle class client, with another type of needs that made Nike China do specific products for them. The promotion. Although Nike China's focused a lot in basketball market, now they are trying to understand the underlying behaviors, motivations, pain points, and emotion of this population to connect and inspire this culture. The placement was the same. The promotional mix. Advertising. As previously mentioned, Nike promotions are more conscious on Chinese culture. Even though they continue using the classic celebrity ads, they also the company is making advertisement with a message to challenge, inspire, and push athletic boundaries beyond what the consumer thinks is possible. One example of this kind of advertisement is the commercial "Don't Call Me Precious" or the commercial as the or the commercial "Dare to Come." The sales promotion. Nike's new house of innovation in Shanghai. This store is the destination of Shanghai only Nike products, as well as the Nike latest products. Additionally, Nike opened Asia's largest Jordan-only store in Hong Kong. The network marketing. Nike started to use WeChat, allowing in that way daily news of the company, innovation, etc. The public relations. The House of Innovation in Shanghai is also an example of the public relations. But the most important is that Nike was committed to create positive social challenge in China. The company is helping kids get active, working with China Ministry of Education to transform the culture of sports and physical activity in schools. Besides, China has shown the importance of women's sports. Although in China the cultural perception of women is different from Western countries, China has imposed their beliefs as is shown in the Nike Women Further Than Ever Act. So, to conclude, despite Nike had a difficult period in 2012, the company had overcome all these problems, breaking physical distance, adapting their products on the Chinese market, showing a globalization strategy, proving the progress of understanding the Chinese culture, but also imposing respectfully their ideology for women. Nike had developed multiple strategies to fit in China in the last years, which have been well received, generating a blue ocean process. Thank you very much.